Gujarat is the fourth state in the world where we have a separate climate change department. In order to fulfill the aspirations of masses, we have to sharpen the tool called the government machinery. We have to make it keen, more dynamic, and it is in this direction that we are working. When you bring in multi-brand retail items into the country, you're not just bringing the products, but you're also harming local manufacturers. Canada is rich in hydrocarbons and other natural resources. India's requirements and Canada's surplus are a perfect match. The alliance in Jammu and Kashmir is one of the most important developments on the contemporary political scene. We want an Afghanistan that is shaped by the dreams of the great Afghan people, not by irrational fears and overreaching ambitions of others. In every walk of life, you must have leaders. An education in the spiritual world, in the labor field, in the agricultural field, we must have leaders. When the party gives me a responsibility, I must do it with complete dedication. God has given me the ability, which I utilize to its optimum. The progress of India is the destiny of 1/6 of humanity. And it will also mean a world more confident of its prosperity and more secure about its future. I will meet my countrymen. I understand only one language, that they are my countrymen, they are my brothers. You may see with whatever color you want. Modi will not go into that color. I found that the quarters of power in Delhi were littered with lobbies of various kinds. I'm committed to the people of Gujarat. I will devote each and every moment to serve my people of Gujarat. Much of India that we dream of still lies ahead of us: housing, power, water and sanitation for all, bank accounts and insurance for every citizen, connected and prosperous villages, and smart and sustainable cities. If I am judged for my work, many myths about me as an autocrat or otherwise would become clearer. I feel false propaganda will not last, and truth will ultimately prevail. We have to build the capacity of our institutions, employees and workers. Our regulatory environment has not been encouraging to research, innovation and enterprise. I like to combine visits to more than one place when I go on my international tours in order to get more done. I'm from Ahmedabad, where we have a saying, single fare, double journey. I fully understand the expectations of the state governments. Thus, I am better placed to work closely with the chief ministers. Even after independence, we have had to face the poison of casteism and communalism. How long these evils will continue? Whom does it benefit? India does not need to become anything else. India must become only India. This is a country that once upon a time was called the Golden Bird. The government has completed the entire process to do away with interviews for lower-ranked jobs. There will be no requirement of interview for Group D, C and B non-gazetted posts in central government. I have spoken about inflation, unemployment, farmers' problems, security, etc. I keep talking about these issues. I seek answers from the Indian government. America has absorbed people from around the world, and there is an Indian in every part of the world. This characterizes both the societies. Indians and Americans have coexisted in their natural temperament. I have been a firm believer in the federal structure of our country as enshrined in the Constitution. I believe growth should be constant, sustained and inclusive. It's only meaningful if these three things are there. Otherwise they're just economic figures. Peace can only thrive when the climate is right. We remain open to bilateral dialogue with Pakistan on all outstanding issues in an environment free from terrorism and violence. From my intimate discussions with President Obama, it is evident that India figures significantly in American geopolitical, economic and strategic thinking. India is the largest democracy in the world. Even in this globalized world, London is still the standard for our times. The city has embraced the world's diversity and represents the finest in human achievements. If you were to ask me to choose between democratic values and wealth, power, prosperity and fame, I will very easily and without any doubt choose democratic values. My mother is not educated but keeps in touch with world events through news on TV. I am confident my Hinduism faith will be an asset when dealing with foreign affairs with other nations. Our country does not believe in the concept of your God and my God. We believe that all gods are one. We have different ways of accepting Him. All ways lead to Him. I have been into social work since 45 years, and at an average, every day for 1 or 2 hours, I have been engaging in social discourses. It is not a small thing. I'm not in favor of dividing Hindus and Sikhs. I'm not in favor of dividing Hindus and Christians. All the citizens, all the voters, are my countrymen. I have always believed in evolving a consensus before taking any major decision. France and Germany have the manufacturing and skill base which is useful to us. France is our dependable strategic partner. My entire childhood was steeped in poverty. For me, poverty, in a way, was the first inspiration of my life, a commitment to do something for the poor. We should not look at terrorism from the nameplates, which group they belong to, what is their geographical location, who are the victims. These individual groups or names will keep changing. It is my absolute belief that Indians have unlimited talent. I have no doubt about our capabilities. Indians invest more in Britain than in the rest of European Union combined. It is not because they want to save on interpretation costs, but because they find an environment that is welcoming and familiar. It is my responsibility that I must make demonstrative efforts to reach out to every citizen of the country. Some people will have to be afraid. Those who plunder the nation, deliver injustice, will have to feel scared of me. And I am not afraid of admitting this. Government cannot be so lenient that it forgives them. The Make in India campaign has taken off and is backed with skill development. It is going to open new vistas for employment for the youth. I believe you never get tired by doing work. You get tired when you don't work. When you clean your house, you don't get tired. It gives you satisfaction. International summits and organizations like WTO take decisions, which will bind us, and if we are not present in such summits, we may be hurt by the decisions taken. So far as the government is concerned, there is only one holy book, which is the Constitution of India. My government will not tolerate or accept any discrimination based on caste, creed and religion. I doubt anyone else would have traveled as extensively as I have to meet the citizens of the country. We live in an interdependent world. An isolated India is not in our interest. I believe that a government has only one religion, India first. A government has only one holy book, our Constitution. A government has only one kind of devotion, towards nation. Before I became a chief minister, I never thought that one day I'd be the chief minister. In a democracy, allegations will never improve situations. So, I'm against allegations, but I always welcome criticism.